First of all, I want to take this time here. I am very, very proud. This is end of day 3 for the second group, and I'm so proud, and mostly of the two of you, because you came very much from behind, and you're now actually probably ahead of many, many people. So having said that, I just want to pass this to you. You were in Chicago a few weeks ago, and here we are almost 3 weeks, almost four weeks after that, and I'll let you tell the rest, because I think it's got to come from you. All yours.
Okay. So I have been afraid of endo. I didn't have the best experience in dental school, and I think I probably did 1 or 2 molar endo procedures the entire time I was in school. So once I got out, I just decided I wasn't going to do molar endo. I did premolars for the first few years, but then I started a job where we referred everything, and I've been doing that for 3 years. And then going back into the job market, everywhere wants you to be skilled in molar endo.
That's right.
Because they don't want to do it themselves, but
That's right.
the profitability is such that they don't want to refer it out.
That's right.
So I realized I would be much more competitive being proficient in endo. So I started this class, hadn't done a molar endo in 6 years, and before that I had only done 2. Premolars take me a while too. I'm usually between an hour to an hour and a half, and after this 3-day course, I've been doing, without an assistant, molar endo in an hour, premolars in 25 minutes, anterior teeth in less than 20 minutes. So that's all in just 3 days. And a lot of it is because of the system and how simple it is. Just removing all of the unnecessary details and just going for it. And I'm much more comfortable now.
So I will have to disagree with one thing, which is the systems. I think the first thing is that you believe you could do it. I think you came to Root Camp 1 and you were very, very excited. And at the end of the day, I think you were probably the one that was the most bummed, because you had ledges and breakages, right? And here over the 3 days you had no breakage, no ledge. When I helped you, I broke, not you, you know. So I think that's the part where I think it's all about believing that you can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you said yourself you haven't done molar endo for a long time, and here you are. And it makes me happy and proud, because it's hard for me to tell people that they should believe they can do it. So it's an example of attitude, not skills. But then the skills came because the attitude was there, you know. Mm-hmm. I thank you for saying that and telling your story. Now, Henry, what is your story? And tell us.
So I took Chicago Root Camp 1, and like some people in the class, they didn't feel too comfortable, and I decided to take Root Camp 2, which I highly recommend. It's one of the best endo courses out there, one of the best CE courses out there.
Oh,
and it's realistic. We get to do root canal on cadavers, which is as close as it gets to the real thing, and the experience has been life changing.
I can see it in both your faces. I know it.
I believe this course is a must for those out there that want to improve their root canal skills, and with practice. With 3 days of practice at the root camp, it's given me a lot more confidence. It's given me the feel, and you can be like Dr. Wynn.
Now, I'm tired, and I know you both are tired, but all 3 of us are smiling and laughing. I think it comes from what we've accomplished. Now, what I'm curious to hear is why, from that evening, right? You 2 were the last 2 people and I stayed with the 2 of you, and it was past 7 p.m. And I think Sanju was the one who left like barely before that. What made you go from pretty much like the very bottom, breaking, ledging, to coming to Root Camp 2? I mean, usually it's people who who feel like, oh man, I'm winning, that who do that. So I'm curious to know why you made that decision.
Because I knew that I would not be able to do good endo leaving ledging and not feeling confident, and I just wanted to get more experience. And the last 3 days we've had the whole day basically just to work on the most a cadaver, so it's the closest thing you can get to working on a real person.
Sure.
And we did have the opportunity to bring our own patients, which I just felt more comfortable working on cadavers for this part. But next time I come back, I'm going to bring my own patients and do more complicated procedures.
Okay. But then why did you not give up? That's the part that, usually people spend root camp 1 and they break, they ledge, and they actually probably hate me. It's like,
I didn't feel comfortable going and doing molar endo after that. I needed to keep working at it.
But then you must have believed that there's something out there. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, especially for people, the two of you, I know, you were Henry, you were talking about going back and doing hand filing. That was the conversation at the end of the day, on day 2 of root camp 1. You wanted to go back to hand filing. So what made you believe that root camp 2 was going to make a difference? That's a part where I'm so impressed that you didn't give up. That's what I'm trying to understand. Why did you not give up?
Just because I trust in Dr. Wynn.
But why?
Because I knew I could do it.
Okay.
I just needed help and practice and practical skills, and to forget the research, or what do you call it? The
academic
right? Side, and get more practical skills.
Right.
And forget the little details that don't really matter and
right.
hold you back.
Simple endodontics, right?
Yes.
Would you say it's simplified endodontics?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, Henry, you're still carrying a lot but you were asking so much lighter questions. I remember you asked these heavy questions with like the academic things, and now you're smiling. I can see it on your face right here as I'm looking through the camera, So, Henry, what else would you like to share, from your own experience?
From my own experience, for those of you that took root camp 1, even though things didn't go well during the last portion of the hands-on, I believe this root camp 2 is a must, because it puts into practice what you listened in lecture, and it's real life application. And you will get to learn how to fix your procedural accidents like ledging and blockages, and it's invaluable lessons from Dr. Wynn.
So I have one big request for the two of you. You've been calling me Dr. Wynn the whole time, and we had an agreement at root camp 1 it'd be Wynn. So you're gonna have to make a real effort here. Now, one question is a lot of people ask if they can do root camp 2 without root camp 1. What are your thoughts, both of you?
I think root camp 1 really lays the foundation for how to do endo in a simplistic manner and forgetting all of those unnecessary details. I think if you didn't do root camp 1, you would just jump into it wanting to do it the way that you want to do it.
That's right.
And you have to just forget about all of that. And I think that's where the root camp 1 comes into play.
I see. Henry?
Yes, I believe root camp 1 is a must, and root camp 2.
You have
to take both.
It sounds like I'm paying you. I hear people hear this. It's like I've been paying you a lot of money to say that.
We have neither of us have talked about apico surgeries. I did 3 of those, which I honestly didn't really even know much about how or what was involved before today. But now I finished today doing 3 of them. I see.
And don't you agree that it's easier than and less scary than people think?
Yeah, I would say a lot of the anterior apicos are easier than molar endo.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Last words from each of you. What do you want to say?
This has been a life-changing course, and I feel much more comfortable leaving today and doing endo tomorrow, and I'm going to be much more profitable.
Excellent.
My
And
hourly worth has gone up.
I like that. Less stress, right?
Yeah.
Less stress and, more time. And of course the money comes when you do it right. Henry, last word.
Last word. I highly recommend the root camp course.
You say-
And, it's given me the skills to improve my endodontics.
Excellent. And last word from me. I want to thank both of you for taking the time, but also for giving me this this feeling inside that I've succeeded. I explained to you from the beginning of Root Camp 1 that I'm on a mission and that I want to change the face of endo. And right here, two young dentists rising. And, in a matter of weeks, you've gone from, one end to the other end. And it makes me very proud and it keeps me going. So thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's late and it's been a long 3 days. So we'll, make sure you stay on for root campers only and post cases and help others, because you're now part of the top. Whether you like it or not and whether you, you want it or not, you're part of the top and, you've got to help me. All right. Good night, both of you.
Night.
Good night.
You.
Thanks. Give me a 5. I'm so proud of both of you. I'm serious. Can I get a hug? Henry, come here. So remember, keep in touch and work at it. Okay? And you're gonna have trouble. I know all of us do. And I need.